Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879. I know it's been a while since I've been with you, but unfortunately, I've been dealing with a little bit of cold, kind of off and on thing. Cleveland weather's not been great. It's been good, then bad, then good, and just plays havoc on me. This is Game 31 of the 1972 Stratomatic Super Advanced Roberto Clemente Race to 3,000 Hits. Now, I'm going to give you a little update for where I am on the replay and where he was in real life. So after 30 games, he had, I'll just say some remaining plate appearances. I have 288 plate appearances remaining. He had 280. And at this point, he had 80 hits and I have 79. So I'm one off from hits. And I know Clemente's been struggling lately as we get in the dice roll. Tonight's game might not be that much better for him on the dice roll because tonight's matchup is Nelson Briles for the Pirates and 1972 Cy Young Award winner for the National League, Steve Carlton, who went 27-10 with a 1.97 ERA and in 346 innings pitched, walked 87 and struck out 310. So you better hope you're getting it off the pitcher card, or the batter card, because if you get off the pitcher card, and I'll show you in the bottom of the first, it's not going to be pretty. All right. Ballpark effects. It's a night game in Philadelphia. So in May, excuse me. And Philadelphia, night game in May. 1-9 is good. Oh, sorry, nope. That's day game. 1-4 is good. 5-15 is average, and 16-20 is bad. And we have got average weather, but just barely. So, what does that mean? Ballpark singles. Lefty 1-3, righty 1-12. Ballpark home runs. 1-10 for lefty, 1-4 for righty. All right, and leading off for the Phillies, the shortstop, Larry Bowa. Struck him out. And Bowa is retired. Here's Denny Doyle, the second baseman. And we'll redo that. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Gene Alley. He's a 3. Range 17, that's fine. E25. E25 and an 11 should be okay. And it is. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first for the catcher, Tim McCarver. Of course, voice of the Mets, at least color commentary of the Mets, and longtime voice on Fox and NBC, I believe. Or ABC, actually. 2 and a 2. Struck him out, and Briles retires assigned in order, striking out 2. And we go to the bottom of the first. Phillies nothing, and the Pirates coming to bat. Now you'll get this, if you have not seen the 1972 Carlton card, you're about to see it. Yeah. Essentially, X chances on the 2 column, almost X chances on the 3 column, except for the 6-2 and the 6-12. Your 4 column is your any chance for a solid hit. Will be like a 4-9. Wow. Alrighty. Leading off the second baseman, Dave Cash. And 2 11s against a lefty. That's outside ball 4. So I'll take base runners any way they can get them. Excuse me. And Carlton, I would assume, is a good hold for being a lefty. No, he's neutral. And McCarver is a +2, so... They are holding him on, so essentially that's even. Yeah, so they're going to try to get a steal off of him. 2 to 6 or a 12, and he's picked off on an 8. And that's a 6 he's going to take off. 1 to 15, he is safe. And he's in there with an 8. So Cash with a stolen base. It's a runner into scoring position for the left fielder, Gene Kleins. Nothing on the 8 for the Havoc roll. What's this? 4 and a 10. Ballpark single chance, 1 to 12. Nothing on the 20. So fly ball to left field. That retires Kleins 1 away. Here's Roberto Clemente. Nothing on the 18. Two and a 9. The lefty. Fly ball to left field. And Greg Luzinski, the bull, makes the catch, keeping Cash at second base. And now it's up to Manny Sanguian, who's had many clutch hits in this replay so far. Nothing on the 6. That 3-6 rolls come in very handy. 1-7 would also come in handy here. But a 5-11 is a fly ball to center field. And Willie Montanez retires Manny Sanguian, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 inning. Or sorry, no, not 1, 2, 3. Walk and a stolen base, but no damage, and we are scoreless after an inning of play. And Briles will face Luzinski, Montanez, and Darren Johnson. All right, and here is Greg Luzinski. And another 6-4 shortstop chance for Gene Alley. 3, that looks like a 16, so it's good play. Oh boy. 25 and a 16. 4, 13, 17, and 18. So Alley gets it, throws it in the dirt. Bob Robertson, nice scoop. And that's 1 away for Willie Montanez, the center fielder. And that's a 1 to 10 single chance. And nice diving stop by Cash, shows the ball. And that's 2 away. And here's Darren Johnson, the first baseman. And against the righty, popped him up. The shortstop Alley calls for it and makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 inning for Briles here in the second. And to the bottom half of the second we go. Still scoreless. All right, Pagan, Oliver, and Robertson do up for the Pirates here in the bottom of the second. Jose Pagan playing third base tonight for Richie Hebner. 3 and a 9 against a lefty bouncer to second, and Denny Doyle retires Pagan 1 away. Here is Al Oliver, the center fielder. And that's no, that's against the lefty. That's another walk, so Second walk allowed by Carlton. And I mean, 1-13, you almost got to take chances here if you're the Pirates. You know, runs are going to be at a premium. So 60 gets the jump, 90 gets caught, nothing on the rest. So they will actually they will hold him on because they don't want to have the 1-15. So holding him on, 1-13 if he gets the jump. And nothing on the 7, nothing on the 5. So they will hold him on. Here's Bob Robertson. Nothing on the 10. And that's the column you want. One's a triple. The rest is a single. That's a single, but going to third is Oliver. So runners on the corners with one out for Gene Alley. They are not expecting a bunt, and I'm not going to squeeze bunt here, even though it doesn't sound half bad. Nah, with the pitcher coming up, you're not going to give up an out. So they're going to try to play the infield back. Nothing on the 16. Six and a 7 against a righty. And that's good enough too. Fly ball to right field. Going back on it is Mike Anderson just in front of the warning track makes the catch. Tagging and scoring from third is Oliver. And Alley does his JOB. And the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. And here's Briles using pitcher hitting card number 2. Nothing on the havoc roll. And Briles is a right-handed hitter, so that's a fly ball to center field to retire the side. But the Pirates get an important first run and lead 1-0. Excuse me. Bottom third of the order, Money, Anderson, and Carlton do up here in the top of the third. Another 5-11. Ballpark single chance for Money. 1-12. That's a 4, so that's a leadoff single. First hit of the game for the Phillies. And let's see, +1. Sanguine is a -2, so -1. They will not. Wait a minute, no, they don't have to hold Money on them. They're not going to. Let's see, 5 steals. Let's see, maybe with the pitcher do up, but we'll see. All right, here's Mike Anderson. Nothing on the 6. Another 5 column. 5 and a 5. Struck him out. And we're going to try to get a jump with Money. Oh boy, 4-6, he gets the jump. Actually, no, we're going to let Carlton hit. Sorry, 2 outs, we'll maybe try to do it. Carlton, he's an 8 bunter. Yeah, he'll be bunting in this situation, and the Pirates are expecting a bunt here, and Carlton will be bunting. So havoc roll, nothing on the 14. And here's the pitch to Carlton. He squares around. 4 means it goes to, I'm going to assume, the first baseman. Yep. And an 8 on a B bunter. That is a good sacrifice. So good bunt by Carlton. And we'll just say that Carlton gets tagged by Robertson himself. Going to second is Don Money. 2 away for Larry Boa. Switch hitter betting left-handed. Nothing on the Havoc roll. We'll redo that. Two and a 6. And the anti-clutch rules again. That's a pop-up. Let's see, left-handed, so we'll say that's to Bob Robertson. And that retires the side because there's an Omega with the singles, so Phillies get nothing. And we go to the bottom of the third. Pirates lead 1-0. Top of the order, Cash, Kleins, and Clemente, the 3 C's. All right, here's Dave Cash. Walked and stole a base his first time up. And that swung on and missed, struck him out. First strikeout for Carlton here in the bottom of the third. And here's Gene Kleins. Not the right column for Kleins, and he goes down on strikes. 2 away for Roberto Clemente. Two and an 11. Ground ball to third, and Clemente is retired. 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates here in the third. We go to the fourth. 1-0 Pirates. And Doyle, McCarver, and Luzinski do up for the Phillies here in the fourth. All right, Briles facing Denny Doyle. 4 and a 5 against the lefty fly ball to right field. Clemente came under it. 1 away. Here's Tim McCarver. 3 and a 7. Field goal roll there. Ground ball to the second baseman, Cash. He retires McCarver 2 away for Greg Luzinski. Another 3 column, 3 and an 8. Fly ball to the center fielder, Al Oliver. And that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Pirates. And Carlton will face Sanguin, Pagan, and Oliver here in the fourth. I do not know if the Pirates actually won this game in real life. I could probably look before the game is up. All right, here's Sanguin. 0 for 1, flew out his first time up. And a 2-10 is a high pop-up on the infield. First baseman Darren Johnson calls for it and makes the catch 1 away. Here's Jose Pagan. That's not the column you want. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Carlton, 2 away. Here's Al Oliver. Walked and scored his first time up. Another 5-11, so that's a ground ball to first, and that will retire the side. To the top of the fifth, 1-0 Pirates. Montanez, Johnson, and Money do up here in the top of the fifth. 4 and a 6 against the lefty. Struck him out. Fourth strikeout, excuse me, for Briles. 1 away. Here's Darren Johnson. And swing and a miss. Struck him out. So Briles with his 5th strikeout. Here's Don Money. Six and a 6 against the righty. Popped him up. The shortstop Alley calls for it, and that will retire the side. We are through 4.5. Pirates 1, Phillies nothing. Bottom third of the order. Robertson, Alley, and Briles due up. Robertson singled his last time up. Not this time. Struck him out. 1 away for Gene Alley. Four and a 10 ballpark single chance. 1-12. And nice diving stop by, let's see, 4 and a 10. We'll say it's a fly ball to the left. So nice play by the left fielder. 2 away for Nelly Briles. Flew out his first time up. 2 and a 9. And struck him out. So second time through the order, 5 of the 9 outs were strikeouts. So Carlton finding his groove. To the top of the 6th we go, but the Pirates still lead 1-0 after 5. We have Anderson, Carlton, and Boa due up here in the top of the 6th. And here's Mike Anderson. And that's a leadoff single here in the top of the 6th. And let's see here. Whoops. Anderson will not be held on. Be 1-19 if he got a jump. He might as well take a chance here. I mean, if they hold him on, it's 1-7. They're not holding him on, so he'd be 1-19 if he got a 2. Oops. And we'll say that's a no. Actually, we'll redo it again just to be safe. Okay, no. All right. So Anderson is on. They're not holding him on. Carlton, once again, will be looking to bunt, and they will be playing for it. So nothing on the havoc roll. And here's Carlton. He squares around. 6. That's going to be to the... I wish I could have this memorized, but I don't. 6 is to the third baseman. And 7 is a good sacrifice on a B bunter, so call that 5-4 on the sacrifice. The second goes Anderson, who's now at second base. For Larry Boa, denied by the clutch roll last time. Havoc roll for Briles, nothing on the 10. Six and an 8, betting left-handed, fly ball to left field. Gene Klein's camps under it, 2 away, and back to second goes Anderson. And here's Denny Doyle. Nothing on the 12. Here's Doyle. 1 and a 6. And he draws a walk. So 2-out walk for Doyle as he reaches base for the first time today. Brings up Tim McCarver. Nothing on the 18 for the Havoc roll. We'll redo that. Six and a 5. Shortstop chance for Alley. They are not holding any runners. 11 is okay. 3. Yes. And E25. And a 13. And unfortunately, there is a 13. Shortstop, 25, right next to the 4. So Alley throws it in the dirt, and unable to come up with it is Robertson. So E6. Well, let's see if the Phillies can take advantage of this. They've been given another opportunity. For Greg Luzinski. Single walk and a single error and a walk in this inning. Nothing on the 4. Three and a 7. Ground ball to the shortstop. And that will retire the side. The Phillies leave them loaded, and their best opportunity of the game so far goes by the wayside. Bottom of the 6th we go. 1-0. Pirates lead. And back to the top of the order. Cash, Kleins, and Clemente. Here's Cash. Walk and a strikeout in 2 appearances. 6 and an 8. Struck him out. Number 6 for Carlton. And here's Gene Kleins. And that's probably another... No, it's an X chance. So third base chance for Don Money. He's a 2. And a 3 might be okay. And it is because he's a 2 range. So nice diving stop by Money. Gets up. And a 13 on an 11. 6, 15, 16, and 17, but no 13. So nice play by Money. Gets up and throws him out. 2 away. Stadium lets a big out. Oh. Here's Roberto Clemente, 0 for 2. 1 and a 4. Right column, just not the right result, but he does get on base, so... Walk for Clemente. He will not be held on. Here's Manny Sanguian. Nothing on the 15. 6 and a 10. A shortstop chance for Larry Boa. I'll just roll. Well, there's 2 outs, so I don't need to really roll the D20 because it's going to be an out no matter what. And we're not holding on Clemente, so that doesn't matter either. Let's see, right-hander. Yeah, he wouldn't be responsible anyway. So he's a 1 range. E10 for Boa. E10 and a 12. No 12, so Boa retires Sanguian. And that retires the side. We go to the top of the 7th. Montanez, Johnson, and Money due up here for the Phillies. All right, here's Montanez. And that's a base on ball, so leadoff walk for Montanez. And they will not hold him on. Now with one steal, I'm not going to take a chance. Here's Darren Johnson. Nothing on the 14. Three and a 7. Single to 2. And that's a ground ball to Robertson. He gets Montanez at first, but they only get the one out. So Johnson will replace Montanez, and he will not be held on. One away, and here's Don Money. Nothing on the 4. I believe he'll go on to play for the Milwaukee Brewers. And that's a slow roller hit the second. Only play is the first. Money is retired, but moving into scoring position is Darren Johnson. And, I think we're going to pull the intentional walk here to put Anderson on to face the pitcher. So, first and second for the pitcher, Carlton. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Maybe I should have rolled the Havoc roll before the intentional walk. Yeah, maybe not. All right, here's Carlton. No official at-bats, 2 sacrifices. Does use pitcher hitting card number 3, a normal power left-hander. 6 and a 5. Shortstop chance for Alley. 3 and a 16 is fine. Not holding anybody on. And 25, excuse me. There is no 9, so Carlton grounds to short, and that will retire the side. Stretch time here in Pittsburgh. I will eschew from singing so that we can get the rest of the game over with without me coughing too much. My apologies for doing that. All right, so bottom of the 7th we go. Carlton will face Pagan, Oliver, and Robertson. Here's Jose Pagan. And that's a fly ball to center field. Racing in is Montanez. Makes the catch, one away. Here's Al Oliver. Six and an 11. Right field chance for Anderson. He's a 4. And is that going to be a double? No, he cuts it off, trying to hold him to a single. That was a 5. Anderson is an E5. E5 and oh boy. There's a 14, but not a 13. So holding Oliver to a single. And once again, Oliver will try to get a jump here. And Robertson's a D hit and run. Once again, we're gonna try to get runners into scoring position when we can. They're gonna have to hold on. Well, if they hold them on, it'd be even. So 1 to 13. Oliver's gonna try to get a jump. They're holding them on, and nothing on the 8. So holding the runner on at first. And here's Bob Robertson. Nothing on the 3. And swung on and missed. Struck him out. And Robertson's down for the second time today on strikes. And here's Gene Alley. Nothing on the 18. Two and a 12 against the lefty. Line drive to the shortstop Boa, and that retires the side. We go to the 8th. This is Briles' point of weakness, and he is due up first in the 8th inning. Top of the order, Boa, Doyle, and McCarver. Here's the pitch to Boa. 666s, swung on and missed, struck him out. One away. Here's Denny Doyle. And against the lefty, that's to right field. Clemente backing up a few steps, puts it away, 2 down for Tim McCarver. Two and a 7, fly ball to center field. This time, and Al Oliver gets it in his tracks, and that retires the side. So Briles retires the Phillies here, 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. And Dave Justy is loosening in the bullpen just in case, but they will let Briles come out to at least start the 9th. Here's Carlton. To face Briles. 0 for 2 is Briles at the plate. 3 and a 9. That's a ground ball to first, and Johnson takes it to the bag himself. 1 away for Dave Cash. And that's a bouncer to third. Money retires Cash, 2 away. And Gene Klein's due up. Three and a 10, and that's a base hit for Klein's. Not in a clutch situation. And Klein's will definitely look to be off here. They will hold him on. They have to. 2 to 6 or 12, he gets a jump. And that's an 8, so no jump, but they will hold him on. And here's Clemente. 0 for 2 with a walk. Nothing on the 20. Three and a 4. Ground ball to third. And Money retires Clemente. And that will be it for the bottom of the 8th. Going to the top of the 9th. Briles is coming out, getting a nice ovation from the Three Rivers faithful. Luzinski, Montanez, and Johnson. So you're the Phillies fans. That's the part of the order you want up. And, fly ball to left field. He just got under it. 1 away for Willie Montanez. 6 and a 3. That's the right fielder, Clemente. He's a 1, so we know he's going to make the play. Now, he's an E1, so he has to just avoid 3 and 17. And he does. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th. For Darren Johnson, reached on a fielder's choice, popped out and struck out. 4 and a 9. And not so fast. 2-out single for Darren Johnson. Yeah, the bench is actually kind of thin. Freed, I would want against lefties, not righties. I don't really have a third baseman to go in his place, so Don Money will hit. They will bring a pinch hitter out on deck for Anderson if need be. All right, so if Money gets on, then we'll go to Justy. And a 1 is a wild pitch chance, only on a 1. Not on a 19. And here's Don Money. Four and a 3. And a pitcher chance. Briles is a 3. And a 4. Gets off the mound. Bare hands it. Throws to first. He's an E7. E7 and a 9. Throws to first, and just by a whisker, they get him. A 4 on a 3 is the first out in the out range, and a 9, he will make the play, and that's your ball game. Barn burner of a pitching matchup here as the Pirates take this one 1-0, and be right back with the details. All right, so no runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Phillies. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. Only run comes on a Gene Alley sacrifice fly in the bottom of the second, and it was good enough to hold up. Both pitchers go the distance. Carlton, after a slow start in the strikeout column, strikes out 7 and goes the distance. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pitching duel. The next game will be, I'm going to tell you who's pitching the next game. It will be Bob Johnson against, I believe, Bill Champion. So that's your next pitching matchup for the Phillies and the Pirates. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please leave a like. It helps the video to be seen. If you want to leave a comment, please do. And if you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and enable all notifications so that you can be notified of when any new video comes up. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good night, everybody.